in a cozy little village hidden beneath the wide arms of an old oak tree. The tiniest people in the world were getting ready for something special. This wasn't just any day, it was the day of their big camping trip. The tiny village was buzzing with excitement. Acorn rooftops gleamed in the sunlight, tiny doors swung open, and little footsteps pattered as everyone hurried about. At the center of all this excitement were three best friends, Leela, Max, and Tico. Leela was the leader of the group, always brave and ready for adventure. Max was the funniest of them all, with a heart almost as big as his appetite. He loved jokes and, even more, he loved snacks. Tico, on the other hand, was the clever inventor. If there was ever a problem, he could think of a smart solution to fix it. Together, they made the perfect team. That morning, the three of them were busy packing their tiny backpacks. Leela neatly folded a map and slid it inside her bag. She checked her supplies twice: water from the spring, a little rope, and a jar with a glowing firefly to use as a flashlight. Max, meanwhile, was having some trouble. His backpack bulged so much it almost tipped him over. "Come on, Max," Leela said with a laugh. "You don't need to bring 100 cookies." "But camping makes me hungry," Max argued, trying to squish the bag shut. "What if I run out?" Tico chuckled as he tucked his miniature folded tent carefully inside his own bag. "Don't worry, Max. We'll have plenty of food. Besides, the forest is full of berries and nuts. You'll never go hungry." Finally, with everything packed and ready, the tiny friends waved goodbye to their village and marched off down the mossy path that led into the forest. From their small point of view, the forest was a land of giants. Daisies towered overhead like massive white and yellow trees, and mushrooms sprouted like umbrellas as tall as houses. The moss under their feet was soft and bouncy, almost like walking on a green trampoline. "Whoa," Max gasped, pointing ahead. "That beetle is bigger than me." The beetle marched across their path, carrying a leaf on its back like a proud little soldier. "Don't worry," Tico said calmly. "Beetles are our forest friends. See, it's too busy working to bother us." The campers waved as the beetle continued its journey, and then they went on their way, full of excitement and curiosity. Every rustling leaf and buzzing insect felt like part of a brand new world. After some time, they reached a wide clearing where a sparkling puddle glistened in the sunlight. To them, it wasn't just a puddle, it looked like a shimmering lake, big enough to swim in. "This is the perfect place for our campsite," Leela announced. The three friends got to work. Tico unrolled the folded tent he had invented. Leela held the tiny sticks in place, and Max tried to help with the ropes. But instead of tying the tent down, he tied himself up. "Uh-oh," he said, wobbling as the ropes wrapped around his arms and legs. "I think I made a knot monster." The others burst out laughing as they untangled him. "Don't worry, Max," Leela said kindly. "You're still part of the team." Soon, with everyone's effort, the little tent was standing proudly in the clearing. It looked warm, cozy, and safe, just right for a night under the stars. But a campsite isn't complete without a campfire. The tiny people looked around the giant forest for supplies. Leela carried twigs that seemed like small logs to her. Max dragged a big leaf that was almost twice his size. Tico collected bits of bark and dry moss, carefully piling them into a neat circle. Then he pulled out his special spark stone, struck it against a rock, and crackle, a little fire came to life. The flames glowed golden and warm. The campers sat on acorn cap chairs they had carried with them and felt proud of what they had built. Max pulled out his precious marshmallows, or rather, marshmallow crumbs. To them, the pieces were enormous, as big as pillows. They stuck them on sticks and roasted them over the fire, giggling as the marshmallows grew gooey and golden. "This is the best part of camping," Max said with a happy sigh, biting into his treat.